much do you think you guys putting a couple on the board in the first inning maybe, helped settle them in?
I don't, tough to say. You always want to do that, and you always think that's settling. So I'm sure it didn't hurt. And then obviously, adding the big inning, and he kind of took it from there. So may have played a role in helping him settle in, but he was pretty sharp there in the first, second, and pretty pitch efficient too.
Managers talk about how difficult it is, regardless of the opponent, to sweep a doubleheader. Just what about that accomplishment today?
It is. I mean, just because it's gets complicated, or it can get complicated in the bullpen, and you use certain guys to close out a victory that you're not going to have the next game, and and you say regardless of opponent, we're talking about a team that's really hot here early in the season that we're playing too. So yeah, not an easy thing to do. Especially when you spend the whole day here and the split doubleheader and everything, to walk out of here with two is definitely nice, with an opportunity to have a great weekend tomorrow.
Is that kind of in line what you saw from Poteet this spring, or is this even better?
Yeah, I think he had a couple outings where it was like, ooh, like we knew right away, like, he can help us and he's going to play a role for us. He had a couple outings too where he struggled. He struggled, I think, his last outing of spring. But part of that is also getting back at it and having your first spring training where you're competing again and building up. But I think we all felt like when we got him over the offseason that he was going to be a guy that could play a role for us, and he sure looked the part tonight.
Yeah.